Because SpongeBob has been on for so many years, there were various episodes that people really did not like. They made a lot of people mad, and people were left wondering why these episodes even existed in the first place. One of these controversial episodes is called One Course Meal. Chances are you've heard of this sometime in the past. I mean, it is one of the most infamous SpongeBob episodes of all time. Mr. Krabs discovers that Plankton is afraid of whales, and he uses this fact to his advantage. Eventually, he ends up dressing as a whale to scare Plankton, and then the big controversial part in One Course Meal is when Plankton lies down in the road waiting for a bus to kill him. The overall episode was just extremely mean-spirited, but a lot of people were getting mad at this suicide joke. When this episode aired, suicide has been a problem, and it still is today, so it's usually not that good to joke about that kind of stuff. SpongeBob is a show for very young kids, and if they see their favorite character Plankton just lie down in the road waiting to die, that's how Plankton tries to solve problems, by committing suicide, then the kid will think, well, if I have a problem, maybe I could do that too. And overall, it's just a really bad influence. Very dark jokes like this can work in certain situations, but the way One Course Meal handled it, it was just completely out of nowhere, and it wasn't handled right at all.
Forget it, kid. I'll just wait for the next bus. Go on back to the Krusty Krab and enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Next up, let's talk about the controversial SpongeBob episode called Sailor Mouth. This was a pre-movie episode, and it's definitely one of the more popular ones because SpongeBob and Patrick go around cursing, but they're not actually cursing, it's just a bunch of noises. So there's a watchdog media group called the Parents Television Council, and that group got very mad at Sailor Mouth. They were saying stuff about how this was promoting inappropriate language, and once kids see it on TV with their favorite cartoon, then they'll start cursing themselves, and it's basically a bad influence. Eventually, members of the Parents Television Council said that Sailor Mouth was an example of how levels of profane, sexual, and violent activity has increased in children's television programming. Okay, with One Course Meal, the controversy made sense, but with this Sailor Mouth situation, I definitely feel like these were just parents getting really mad over nothing. I mean, in Sailor Mouth, it was meant to parody actual curse words we have in real life. Keep in mind, they never actually said anything. It was literally just animal noises, no actual curse words were said.
Attention customers, today's special is a Krabby Patty served in a greasy sauce and grilled to perfection. And don't forget to ask us to the fries. It'll be our pleasure.
And I feel like if kids were to imitate the actions in this episode, they would just go around saying the same noises that SpongeBob and Patrick already said, and that's not bad at all because they're not curse words. Some parents can be very protective over their kids, and that makes sense. They don't want their kids to grow up cursing like in that SpongeBob episode, but if they know the true intention behind Sailor Mouth, the fact that it's only a joke and it's not the actual curse words, then they'll realize that it's not a bad influence at all. Finally, let's talk about the controversial SpongeBob episode called the Splinter. I'm not going to get too into detail in this one if you are well aware of the episode. Again, it's another infamous one for a very big reason. This episode came out when SpongeBob was at its complete worst. The show heavily relied on gross out humor, and the entire episode of the Splinter was complete gross out. If I even talk about the details or show specific pictures about the Splinter, then I am not going to sleep well tonight. But basically, it was a huge controversy because who on earth would want to see a full cartoon episode all about a Splinter? And also, there were extreme close-ups of that Splinter. Like seriously, if you're watching this episode and eating a snack, you're probably going to want to spit that out right away and lose your appetite. This is just one of the worst SpongeBob episodes of all time, and the fact that it was all gross out just made it really controversial. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.